Leaders from St. Louis City, St. Louis County, and St. Charles met about public safety today. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, was at that meeting. And Mark, these leaders didn't exactly see eye to eye on everything before the meeting. So what is the consensus after?
Yeah, an understatement there. Mayor Tishaura Jones had just canceled plans to travel to Jefferson City for a political fight yesterday, where she intended to lobby against Republican pushes for a state takeover of the police and to slash the city's earnings tax. Both of those issues followed her to a downtown conference room this morning, where a St. Charles Republican raised concerns about police staffing levels.
How do we beef up the police?
St. Charles County Executive Steve Ellman stressed the need for more police at Wednesday's East-West Gateway Council of Governments.
Can we bring in the highway patrol to help police the streets? Can we have other jurisdictions assist, not maybe on the street, but on other matters? I don't know.
Steve is entitled to his opinion, but we can't enforce our way out of this.
Mayor Tishaura Jones responded to Ellman, who pressed Police Chief Robert Tracy on his current staffing levels.
940.
940, okay.
There's a crisis in the United States. There's a crisis in every police department, every big police department in the United States as far as hiring and all the interruptions after the pandemic and after the George Floyd murder.
Tracy says he's seen depleted departments still improve safety back in the early 1990s.
We had less officers then, but what we had is a good plan. This chief wants more police officers, and we're doing everything we can to do it.
The chief says the force needs more officers. Do you agree with him?
Well, we have a budgeted strength at 1224, and I support the police in hiring to that budgeted strength.
But hovering over the city budget?
I offered a bill 30 years ago to do away with the earnings tax.
A renewed GOP plan to end the city's earnings tax.
These people right now pay an earnings tax, and they also pay all their other taxes, but yet they're not getting the security that they need in their neighborhood.
In a recent news conference, Board of Alderman President Megan Green said a move like that could put added financial pressure on police.
That is a real threat, and any plans to slash the earnings tax without a plan to replace that revenue is reckless. It's reckless for our citizens, and it's reckless for our region.
It all boils down to funding for the police. Ellman grew frustrated during that meeting today, at one point interjecting to blurt out, "Is anyone interested in what we think?" He feels the city could dedicate too many officers to assist in social programs and perhaps take them away from their regular beats.